Good morning, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region, also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. This is the morning edition video forecast discussion for this Wednesday, the 8th of April, 2020. First off, I want to take a look at the New Jersey CoCoRaHS reports that are coming in right now. These are from the volunteer weather stations here in New Jersey that provide this information between 5 and 9 a.m. in the morning. And we can see the precipitation totals associated with the squall line that came through and the showers and thunderstorms. And we'll get into the storm reports in just a moment. But if we went further into the region here, we can check this on the north side here. In northern New Jersey, about a half of an inch or 3/4 of an inch. In some areas, it was a little higher than that. And then we go into central New Jersey, again, about a half of an inch in most areas fell overnight. And in southern New Jersey, up till about, let's say, 8 o'clock this morning when the reports came in, very little. Again, a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch and then tapered down. Of course, before the video forecast discussions, we do blog updates on all of this. And, we had some hail across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, some wind damage too. And you can see this active area here near Charleston, West Virginia, down to Roanoke here. And this is the cold front that passed through, but we still have a trough line access here because we have winds from the southwest here and from the northwest here. So there is still a trough access in the atmosphere this morning. And I wanted to take a look at that on the latest Roanoke surface map using digital atmosphere software. The warm front is now just through most of northern New Jersey. It hasn't passed through Sussex. It's getting through Morris County now with a wave of surface low off the coast now that was producing all of this heavy rain and showery thunderstorm action. And here's the remainder of that trough access here. And here's our next storm system coming in for tonight and tomorrow morning. Very active pattern indeed. Air temperatures this morning. We don't need to see that. No, take that off. Air temperatures this morning at about 8:45 in the upper 40s here across northwestern New Jersey and Sussex County. Everybody else is pretty much in the 50s right now. And the minimums this morning, well, they were, again, in the upper 40s here in northwestern New Jersey and the low to mid-50s everywhere else. Let's take a look at the latest wind speeds here. They're out of the north here across northern New Jersey, and they're out of the west here across central and southern New Jersey. This is because the frontal boundary is still stuck in this position here. So it hasn't gotten through northern New Jersey yet. And it's going to be another mild day today, but there's going to be lots of clouds around. Let's take a look at the wind gusts. They're not too bad. They're pretty calm over northern New Jersey. They're a little bit steadier and heavier through central and southern New Jersey, and especially, once again, along the coast. It's nice to see the Nisus star goes east geocolor satellite this morning as these thunderstorms and showers with some hail. There was a lot of hail and wind reports with these earlier overnight. But look at this mackerel sky developing over Pennsylvania. We call this a mackerel sky because the winds are coming in from the west and northwest over the Great Lakes, and they're diving into western Pennsylvania. So we have striations in the clouds, but it's still going to be a predominantly cloudy day despite the warm temperatures, even on a west wind. Let's take a look at the latest radar IR satellite imagery. Here's where all the showers and thunderstorms are moving. They've already passed through northern New Jersey, but still a lot of cloud cover still exists in this area. There's some clearing here over northwestern New Jersey this morning, but that may fill in later. Here's our cold front. Here's our storm system now off the coast. And of course, all the rain that went with it, and the hail and the wind damage too overnight tonight, last night and early this morning. We can see this nicely on Doppler as well. Here's the latest surface chart again. The warm front is trying to make its way through. northern New Jersey, where the winds are already from the southwest, but we still have other disturbances in this flow and a cold frontal boundary to the north and west. So everything's like kind of stuck in place until this next system gets in here, driving a stronger cold front through the region tomorrow morning. And again, with more showers and thunderstorms. We have that new supermoon, that April moon coming in tonight and tomorrow, and that is providing extra water from lifting off the ocean because you get wave action when the moon is full. It's a supermoon, by the way, and it's going to be the largest supermoon of this year, 2020, and it's happening now. So the National Weather Service offices in New York City and Mount Holly have expanded the coastal flood advisories at times of high tide. Yes, at times of high tide, and also down towards Georgia. Now, this, hazardous weather outlook, it's not much hazardous weather going on now, but there could be, again, by tomorrow. Yes. Checking in with the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow ahead of the cold front. This area here in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C. has been expanded northward with a marginal risk. A marginal risk of severe thunderstorms and wind damage ahead of the cold front tomorrow, so we're going to be monitoring this very closely. And taking a look at the national hazards this morning, there's lots of dense fog advisories here through Alabama and also through Arkansas. And of course, we still have our snowmelt here in the north and across the Mississippi River Valley area as well. We have dense fog advisories for southeastern Texas. Also, we have high wind watch here in effect and wind advisories here for North and South Dakota and parts of Minnesota as well. We've got some winter storm watches here in northern Maine. What else is new there? With the new storm system coming into the west, well, we have, advisories for snow here across portions of the upper Midwest. And of course, winter weather advisories here in Nevada. And of course, flash flooding, which has been a big concern for portions of Southern California and the mountains here with this big storm system still spinning around. Once again, using the low-level water vapor, I just want to go back, see if I can get this done. Low-level water vapor imagery over the last, 24 hours. Well, yeah, here comes the meso low and the convection across the Great Lakes diving southeast across New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Look at this explosion of clouds here. The showers and thunderstorms and outflow wind boundaries and some hail that was present. Here we have a new system coming into the northwest, and here's our big storm system still stuck into place here over California, providing intermountain snows and rain and flooding across this region. We did this on the blog this morning on Facebook, where there has been flood advisories here in Southern California. Here's our very active subtropical jet stream once again. Look at all this drying, though, that's occurring in northwestern New Jersey. There's going to be a break. It's going to be a break. Let's see if we can get to the end here. It's going to be a break in this action between this right now and this coming in, and a moisture feed from the subtropical jet stream as well. And if we take a look at the composite national radar, of course, there's a break right now that's going on, but that break is going to change. And the latest upper level water vapor imagery shows, drying here in northern New Jersey. But look, we still have a very active polar jet here and a very active subtropical jet stream here. So the amalgamation of something will lead to a squall line of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning right here. Yes. Let's also do your national high temperature records. Anything that's circled in the reds here, anything that's circled means that high temperatures could be broken or met today. For tomorrow on Thursday, again, the southeastern United States, the Carolinas, Florida, the Gulf Coast states, any of those temperature records could be met or broken. By the time we get to Friday actually, just a few of them in southeastern Florida, maybe around Miami or so. And don't really see anything going on with maximum record-breaking temperatures on Saturday across the nation, nor on Sunday. There could be a few here in southern Florida, as expected, and again on Monday of next week and next Tuesday of next week as well. Nothing else sticks out, but a lot of cold air building in across the central and northeastern United States. How about your high temperatures for today? Look at this, gorgeous. Even though, it's still going to be stuck in the 60s and 50s here north of the warm front. Look at where the warm front lies. Temperatures upper 60s to around 70. It's a shame that there's just going to be a lot of cloud cover. Could be some breaks of sunshine here and there, but, it's going to be a day where I've overcooked already, so I'm going to go outside and just walk and run and jog, and I don't want to do anything in the house today. I've done too much already. Look at these temperatures approaching 70 and in the mid and upper 70s around the I-95 corridor here, Washington, D.C. Wouldn't that be so pleasant? Then the cold front comes through on Thursday, and temperatures drop down again through the low and mid 50s to the north, and low and mid 60s, upper 60s again around the I-95 corridor where that front hasn't passed. But certainly by the day on Friday, we're going in the other direction again. Upper 40s to low and mid 50s, and this is below normal everywhere. Saturday, the same story. Low and mid 50s across the region. That is still below normal for this time of the year. Warm up again for Easter Sunday. That's temperatures in the upper 50s, low and mid 60s across the region. That looks good. And here comes the rain, but mild temperatures. Low and mid 60s, even a few 70s around the region on Monday of next week. And then another cold front comes through and temperatures drop down again from the 50s northeast to the low and mid 60s to the south where the frontal boundary is lying. And the National Weather Service's National Digital Database 7-day precipitation forecast ending Wednesday, April 15th. Lots of rain and snow precipitation. This is just precipitation, okay? 7-day in inches here. You see it's wet. It's wet, and it's wet, and it's wet. Well, the Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 14-day temperatures and precipitation outlook is finally catching up to the reality of the model guidance as well. 6 to 10 days. This is for Monday the 13th through Friday the 17th of April. Very cold here in through the Central Plains all the way to Florida, all the way to the East Coast as well. The exceptions, Southern Florida and the West Coast. And then the 8 to 14-day look expands the cold to the east, keeps it warm in Florida, and expands the warmth over the western United States. This looks reasonable to me, given the pattern that we're in right now. Take a look at the precipitation, wetter than normal from Monday the 13th through the 17th here across the eastern United States, especially across New Jersey, all the way down through Florida. It's also a little bit wet here in the Intermountain Southwest, dry to the western coast, dry in the northern plains, and dry in western Texas. And then finally, as the 8 to 14-day precipitation outlook comes in, we can do this now. This is valid the 15th through the 21st of the month. It's still wet on the East Coast, especially across the Mid-Atlantic and Florida, and portions of the Intermountain West and the Central Plains here. Dry across the northern plains, and of course dry on the northwest coast. So everything's shifting around just a little bit. So let's start out with your forecast for the next 72 hours or 60 hours or so. Everything exits. Things are a little quieter this afternoon. Here comes the next short wave through the Great Lakes up towards Maine. And it brings showers into the area again late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And it looks kind of squally again. There could be some strong winds. Again, 40 to 50 knot winds. And then look at this, you got the 552 thicknesses here ahead of the cold front and along the cold front, and you got everything falling to 540 thicknesses here. That doesn't look good to me. So that's a sustainability for a squall line with showers and thunderstorms broken up along the route here late tonight and early tomorrow morning. That squall line goes through and the winds just increase out of the northwest and west has this pressure gradient with this low here bombing out across the coastline here of Maine. Look at all this snow. This is all snow in here, and that's why the winter storm warnings are in effect for that area. And the northwest flow and cold air, but tight pressure gradient, strong winds with drying conditions, mixed cloud cover as well during the day on Friday. But tomorrow morning, squally around here. Here's another viewpoint from the NAM model guidance ahead of this squall line and cold front coming through tomorrow morning. Now, it does look impressive, even though it's in the morning, and you would think that instability is not going to be as strong because, you know, the sun is not fully risen into the sky just yet. But I have to tell you that strong winds and thunderstorms are possible in this scenario, given the jet structure that I'm looking at right now. And of course, everything turns to snow. What happens over the weekend? Well, that's an active pattern. So tomorrow is Passover, tonight and tomorrow is Passover. It looks like a stormy Passover to me. Everything tries to relax a little bit by Friday afternoon and Friday evening as that storm leaves. Here's the latest European model guidance. Again, here comes Easter Sunday. The clouds increase and the rain starts increasing, and it looks like Monday is going to be a soaker around here, especially very late Sunday night and Monday. So we get through Easter dry and warm. But here comes the rain through the area as the area of low pressure moves right through the Appalachian Mountains and off the northern New England coast. That comes through. Another cold front comes through on Wednesday of next week. Things dry out once again, and you know, here's another clipper storm moving in through the flow. Could bring some rain around here again during the day on Friday of next week. It's minoring out, and then off the shore it goes, and here comes the next warm front. You got it. Active pattern ahead. Well, that's going to do it for the morning edition of the video forecast discussion. I'm still exhausted from yesterday. I'm cleaning out so much stuff in my house, and I'm using muscles and things that, you know, I haven't done. And let's face it, the gym is closed, so I can't swim. And, you know, life as we know it has changed. So, you know, I sleep a lot in between. I take breaks. I do small jobs. I've got a lot of other things to do today. So we'll be back in video forecast discussion during this afternoon. For GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. Have a good Wednesday morning, folks. Grab some more coffee like me. Blessings.